So lately I've noticed a pretty intense shift in my sensitivities. I have always been a highly sensitive person, if you want to call it that. I guess that's the term people like to use. Since I was a little kid, just everything. The seam on socks, tags on clothes, noises from appliances, things touching me weird, smells, lights, tastes, whatever. If you're sensitive, you know. And lately, though, it's really been intense. And I don't seem to be able to escape it. Even my quiet time, my alone time, seems that it's not quite enough. And so everything, literally everything, has been really challenging in my nervous system, in my body. All manner of things. Noises in the neighborhood, barking dogs, birds being loud, whatever. I'm rambling. Anyway, so because of this intensity and this seemingly more activation in my nervous system, I was journaling this morning about it, which often is helpful for me, journaling is. And I was reflecting on a video clip that I have recently seen where a guy was talking about sensitivities and people who have highly sensitive nervous systems and feel things not just about like with our physical senses, but feel things with the energetic field and all that kind of stuff. And he said, highly sensitive people are the nerve endings of the planet. And I thought, wow, dude, there is something in there. There's something in that phrase that really stuck with me since I heard that. And there's something that has happened in our culture as sensitive people express themselves, as we share how we're feeling, as we describe our emotions, as we just show our emotions. Like, you can't just always like shut this off. I mean, I've been known to cry in the produce section of the grocery store, and at random times, because I could be feeling something somebody around me is feeling. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed because of the lights and all the things to choose from, and now we got an airplane. And a jackhammer. Isn't that wonderful? I wonder if any dogs are going to start barking, because we got we got some birds too, guys. Oh my gosh, we're getting all the noises in right now. And now I'm having a hot flash. Anyhow, so we've been taught as sensitive people, whether intentionally or just intentionally because of the way that we grow up in our culture, that there's something wrong with us. There's something to fix. We need to change. We need to be the ones to change. We need to stop being so sensitive. We need to stop being so emotional. We need to essentially kind of go away and hide what we feel and stop sharing what it is we feel and describing things. So for a lot of us, this has caused us to feel a sense of wrongness about the sensitivities that we have. And for me, I guess when I reflect on being a sensitive person, number one, I've spent a lot of time masking, and if you're not aware of that term, it just means to kind of hide the things that come up, the emotions that come up, the feelings that come up, the expressions that want to come up. But also in later years, maybe the last decade or more, as I've spent a lot more time meditating and processes of spiritual awakening and evolution, all that kind of stuff, I've tried to meditate away my sensitivity. I've tried to change my diet. I've tried to change the way that I approach things. I've tried shadow work. I've done all the things. If there's a thing to do, I've done it, because my sensitivity has been so intense at times that it feels like I'm going to lose my mind. So I've done all the things, and a lot of the things have really helped. They haven't helped my sensitivity, but they've helped me manage what I feel like. They help me, not what I feel like, because I still feel it. They help me let it breeze through better, I guess, for lack of a better way to explain it. Anyway, this is a huge rambling thing into what I'm trying to say, but I think a lot of what I'm saying is important anyway, until I get to the main thing, which is, like that guy was saying in the video clip, what if we are, as sensitive people, the nerve endings of this planet? And what if being those nerve endings is a gift? What if we're not meant to heal ourselves out of our sensitivity? What if we're not meant to erase our sensitivity? What if there's nothing to heal? What if none of this is healing that we need to do? What if none of this is trauma release? I'm sure there's some in there. I'm sure there's some trauma and some held patterns that need to be healed when we're talking about nervous system sensitivity. But we're talking about just a general sense of being a highly sensitive person. So what if it's a gift? And by that I mean, if we're the nerve endings of the world, if we just go with that concept that I was hearing from that man, and we are meant to be sensitive, to use it to help the world, to help the people around us. And if we shift our thoughts from something is wrong with me that I need to fix over to this is a gift, how can I use it? And so this is the way that I thought a gift of this nature could be used. So if we are feeling sensitive about a particular thing, let's say unnatural type noises, the refrigerator, perhaps other appliances in the home, perhaps the Wi-Fi, perhaps whatever, all these different little electrical things that I know a lot of you know that we can hear, and other people are like, what are you talking about? But we can hear it. What if, for example, instead of saying something is wrong with me because these things bother me, to say, if this thing is challenging the nervous system, if I am reacting to these electronics and these appliances in a way that feels like something is off, like something is out of order with this sound, what if we are meant to feel those and become aware of those things because there is something off? there is something that needs to change. And now I'm not talking about bringing judgment or criticism or resistance into the things that we're experiencing, but more of an awareness to go, okay, the refrigerator, the hum of the refrigerator, the sound of the electronics within the refrigerator, the strange noises, the frequencies that I'm hearing that are making me feel something in my body. Are we like a highly tuned instrument that can feel and sense not only through our physical senses, taste, touch, hearing, seeing, smell? Is that the last one? 5? Not only our physical senses that we are sensing things through, but from the energetic field that's enhancing our senses, that we are here to bring awareness to things that are out of order, things that are affecting our bodies and our minds, our brains, nature, all the things around us, even if others can't feel it or are not aware of it. So I've been really thinking about this lately as I've been struggling to handle the intensity that has arisen with my surroundings. And I'm really digging into the feeling of this idea of it being a gift. Because there are a lot of things in our world right now that need attention. And a lot of people are not aware that it's happening, or they disregard it because they don't feel it. But just because people don't feel it doesn't mean that it's not affecting them. So, I guess the main takeaway from this video that I'm making here is just to change the way we think as sensitive people from something is wrong with me to what if I looked at this as a gift, and how can I use my gift when something is triggering me, when something is really challenging to me? Is there a way I can, of course, soothe myself and allow for a more openness without resistance and tension, but then I'll also, where can I use this awareness to help our systems, to help people, to help things come into more coherence with the natural world, to come into more coherence in our energetic field, in our state of being, so that we can make a shift and cooperate together to cause this shift and make true real life changes that are beneficial for the planet, for the creatures, for nature, for people, for all of it. And I think that's what I got. That's what I got. I never know how to wrap these videos up. I'm trying to be more like fluid, trying. No, I'm not trying. I'm untrying to be more natural, but I never know how to end a video, so I guess that's what you got. Bye.